Today, we will be talking about a very old movie from 1939 called The Four Feathers. It is directed by Zoltan Korda, starring John Clements, Ralph Richardson, June Press, and C. Aubrey Smith, among others. Essentially, it's about a soldier's resignation from the army, seemingly out of cowardice, and his quest to redeem himself in the eyes of his friends and family. That's a basic synopsis of the movie. 1939 is an infamously great year for film. There are so many classic movies that have endured and remain etched in pop culture memory to this day. Too many to count, in fact. But what about the ones that are more forgotten and have slipped under the cracks? The Four Feathers seems to be one of those films for some reason. And today, I'll discuss the movie and we'll see how well it holds up today. Is it worth rediscovering and reconsidering and remembering? Let's see. Right off the bat, I'll admit this. I am a sucker for a good adventure movie, and this one was no exception. In fact, it might be one of the best examples that I've seen so far. The Four Feathers is a very riveting and engaging experience from beginning to end that is basically everything that you would want from a swashbuckling adventure tale like this, from this era. And it's very British. Coming from producer Alexander Korda, Zoltan's brother, that is a given.
The acting all around is very good. John Clements effectively underplays his leading role Faversham. He's very opposed to the war, he doesn't support it, but eventually he has second thoughts, questions, and doubts about his morality, whether or not he's a coward. And he spends most of the movie trying to prove himself and his worthiness. Duprez and Smets are also pretty good in their smaller roles, but I think it's Ralph Richardson who really steals the show here. He plays Captain John Durrance. He has the most interesting character by far, and he makes the most of it. The war scenes are an equal blend of nerve-wracking and exhilarating, played out with such intensity and fire, not to mention lens through gorgeous Technicolor photography courtesy of Jorge Pereno and Osmond Borodale. It's also where Zoltan Korda shines the most as director, in his directing work. The score by Miklos Rosa is royal and pure high stakes. The production design is lavish and exquisite. This movie is seeming with is that the right bursting at the seams with money. You can see every dollar of it on the screen. It all looks glorious. If I have issues with the movie, there are maybe some scenes that could have been cut that aren't necessarily essential for the movie, particularly in the middle, which would have tightened up the pacing in some places. And also, if you're not familiar with Victorian era politics, and as though some conversations may fly over your head, but overall, props are pretty hard to come by in this movie. A testament to its quality, in my opinion. So to sum up, I think The Four Feathers is an immensely entertaining experience that's worth seeing at least once. It's clearly underseen, underappreciated, and underrated today. It doesn't drag at all. It goes down well. It deserves to be seen as at least a minor classic from 1939. It's compelling in both narrative and scope, and everything else in between. So yeah, definitely go check it out.
Please hit the like button and subscribe. It always helps.